Just
What?
do it.
I'm back with another planner video. I was laughing so much because my daughter is literally right next to me as I'm filming and she's giving me the jitters. Here, show them your fingers. She wanted to show you guys her nails. Okay, anyways, I wanted to come back as promised. I had a two-part video that I wanted to film of my 2021 Hobonichi weeks, just because I have jumped the gun and put all my eggs in one basket on my 2022 Hobonichi already. So I did put a poll on my Instagram to see if you guys had any questions about my Hobonichi that I was intending on answering in this video, but there was actually a lot more questions than I thought. And some of the questions actually made me really think about my planner system as a whole and what I'm doing between this planner and next planner. Made me rethink what I'm doing between my 2021 Hobonichi and my 2022 Hobonichi. So I think I might actually film like 3-part video and then put all the questions and like the difference between my 2021 and my 2022 into a 3rd video. So with all that being said, we're going to just hop right into it. The way I'm going to set it up is that I'm just going to go between one video, the notes, and one video is going to be everything else, just because there's so much, as you can see, and there's so much to it. So without further ado, let's get started. Do you think I'm doing a good job?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the 2021 Hobonichi Weeks Mega. The Mega has, I'm sure you guys already know, it's got 215 pages into it. So 215 extra notes pages as opposed to the standard, which I think has like 70 or 75 or something. So you'll see in all of my Hobonichis, I always decorate the inside cover. I think that was the reason I never could get into the Hobonichis in the past, because I think I've had like 3 or 4 that I've bought from Amazon, bought secondhand, whatever it is. I've always tried to hop on the trend, and I could never get it to work, but that was like a whole different time in my life. So now this is completely what works, and I think the option of being able to customize it however you want really opens a lot of doors, and I think that it's good to not get stuck in just like the plain layout of the Hobonichi. So you can really capitalize off of so much space. I was laughing with my friend Monique the other day on Instagram. She was encouraging me to start my 2022 weeks early, and it was after watching her videos that I was like, holy cow, you really can really capitalize off of how much space they afford you in this planner, even though it might not look like it. So going on, I decorate the first couple of pages. In this Hobonichi, I ended up ordering these like page flake stickers. I think that these were from Planner Monkey Co., I want to say. And I just put my word of the year. I put some of my like bigger, broader goals. I guess I never really went through all of this. I'll do that in my own personal time. But that's how I did it. I don't even know what that date symbolized. I didn't really use this for anything. It was nice to look at, and it kind of made my pages a little thicker, but I don't know. For what it's worth, I never went back and closed anything out. Regardless, it also isn't the end of the year yet, so we'll see. Every Hobonichi has this yearly overview. What I really did use it, you'll see it more in my notes section, my actual goal setting section of my notes pages. I used each of these up until a certain amount of months to track certain parts of my goal. So each of these things meant something to me. Each of these little phrases meant something to me at the time. And that all really went back to what my goals were for the year. So you'll see that I had my goals written here, but I had them broken down by like bigger, broader categories. So I had like wellness, spirituality, friendships, my marriage, motherhood, career. I had everything very individually broken down. So that's what all this went down to. I think that the idea of this was good, but I think it fell through. I was trying to do too much at one time, and it overwhelmed me with all the different things I was trying to make my brain mentally track. I ended up achieving a lot of goals, yes, but I don't think that I can attribute it to this. So what I'm going to do for next year, I'm going to figure something else out for this whole section, to be determined on that one. Next, moving into all of the monthly pages. This is like honestly one of my favorite parts, is these monthly spreads. I love them so much. I don't know why, they're just so easy to me. So I have these tabs. I have a monthly, a weekly, a daily, yeah, and that's it. So I think I got these from Type A for Alexa, or Type A Alexa Designs, or something like that. So I got these from her. There's tons of different options, but I really just wanted something to differentiate between all the sections, because I think that's the hardest and most overwhelming part of a bound book system, is the fact that there's just so much all together. Like, it's hard to really compartmentalize certain parts, and if that's how your brain works, then it can be overwhelming. Again, why I think that it didn't work for me so much in the past. But for some reason, just the quick addition of this really helped me feel like I had that customization and compartmentalization aspect of being able to separate different parts of my workload and my brain dump into here. Okay, so flipping through my monthlies, there's really no rhyme or reason. Sometimes I used stickers, sometimes I didn't, sometimes I color coded, sometimes I think my intention was to color code, but again, like, anyone who can keep up with that kind of stuff, kudos to you. I do a lot more of my color coding. Oh, that's weird. I do a lot more of my color coding in my digital planner, because to me that's way more manageable than what I have on hand with me all the time. It typically just fits in something this small. This is my little like on-the-go pencil case, and at one point in time it never has the same type of stuff in here. There's never the same pen that could be in here a couple weeks from now. Like, it's just too much for me. And then sometimes it's in my purse or my work bag, sometimes I leave it at work, and then I'm at home and I want to color code, and I'm like, oh, well, that very specific thing that I used to mark my night shift, or that very specific thing that I used to mark vacation time, like, I don't have that color. It totally messes with my head. So that's why I started with the intention, I think, because I saw other people doing it and it looked really nice and fancy. But again, you really have to just do what works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, life's too short. Don't do it. Some months are busier than others. Some months I track different things. This is the month we moved, so we had like, it looks really, really busy, but it's because it was. We had lots of personal appointments. We had lots of house appointments. What else? I was on night shift a lot this year, like for the better part of the year I was on night shift, so that messed with me a lot and how our family dynamic really shifted. July, I think, yeah, I was on nights this whole month too. Again, no rhyme or reason to absolutely anything in here. But that's really the way I like it. I don't like to feel tied to any specific planner style. I don't like to feel like I have a ball and chain attached to any specific marker or color scheme or anything like that, because that just becomes really hard to manage for me. Okay, I think... What do you think, Mia? Should we do the weeks first or the notes first?
Notes first.
She wants to do the notes first. Okay, we're going to skip to the notes first, guys. So we'll go to our first set of notes. Okay, we're going to do the notes pages first. I just have this cute little crescent planner acetate tipped in. I'm going to warn you, I don't think I have anything covered up, so this might start to look a little choppy from here on forward in case there's anything that I feel like I need to cover up. But hopefully it goes pretty smooth. So let's get into it. I've seen some people use this page as like an index for like a true bullet journal system. I did not. I think I had intentions of doing it, but I never did. So I also have a fear of writing on the very first few pages of a notebook because I don't know. That's just a weird quirk. So here we go. This really gets into it. I jumped into this planner the week before this was able to begin, so I just had a sticker kit that I used, and I created my own weekly spread. Next, I really have this so I don't know, I probably mentioned it. I have this really set up as just like a catalog system. I did not have any specific method as to how or why or where I filled up pages and what I put back here. It really is just like a mosh pit. I did try heavily to use tabs where I could to point out things that I needed to reference a lot, but when I say that by the end of the year, like it kind of got a little overwhelming and I was ready to move into my 2022 was because of the fact that I had no rhyme or reason. So I do love how messy it is and how I didn't feel like tied to one specific way. And then I would have like freaked out halfway through the year if I wanted to shift and then half my, you know, whatever. So while I didn't tie myself to one specific way, and I like that fact about it because it's just very natural and organic. In the way that I have it filled up, it does get overwhelming if I'm trying to find something sometimes because I have just a lot of stuff mixed together. So keep that in mind going forward. Okay, so these are my essential rewards. So I am a customer with Young Living. I have my monthly order set up every single month, but my needs and my family's needs for the month change as always. So I just have some of the staples, like staple supplements, staple kids items, staple things for the home, and things that I personally order, apart from a lot of just the general oils that I buy. Listed here. So I can always just take a tally on things that I might be needing. And I know for a fact these next few pages, it was right around the holiday time, and I had a ton of addresses for Christmas cards. Okay, so this was just all addresses. So again, I saw Stacy Plans on Instagram again. She probably found that from someone else. We all really borrow ideas and inspiration on Instagram. That's what it's there for. So I really liked how she had the line down, and then I kind of notated different things. I'm sure that comes from the actual bullet journal system, which I'm not super familiar with, but this was the first section. I called this my December dump. The idea was that every single month I would kind of have like this page be my inbox for that month. So this started in December, so December dump, and then I just put like a ton of stuff down here in a running to-do list that I had to get done during that month, and then of course just like went in and crossed it off. This, I got a lot of love on Instagram for this, but I did not create this. I just copied this off Instagram, but it's super, super cute. I just wanted to put it in my journal. So it's just things that help with anxiety, and it kind of looks like little paint swatches, so super cute. I think I got all these colors from Joann's. It's not the Tombow brand, but it's like another Pro Brush brand or something. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, I don't think I actually have those in there. Next, I just kept on going. Again, I was kind of playing with different ways to write, different things, how I wanted a letter. I think I found this from Vienna Ortiz Plans, and I really liked it. It was just like a Sunday review for the next week type of thing to make sure you feel fresh going into the next week. Oh, this week So I started using my daughter's stencils, and I really liked how it looked, honestly. Like, I don't know why. It just looks very, very cute to me. This day, not so much. I tried using the Heidi Swapp stencil, I remember specifically, and I feel like that's a really weird thing to remember specifically, but I do, because I hated it, and I thought I would love it, but that's a bummer. Again, I use this as just like running collections. I put my weight log in there. It was something I frequently flip to, so I put the post-it note there. And then I threw my word of the year in here. So I have the next few pages are dedicated to my goal system planning process for the year. My word of the year for 2021 is leap. And then I created my own little vision board that reminded me in specific areas how I wanted to like leap into those areas. I wanted to really leap into health and fitness. So I was really big. I was on a huge yoga kick this year. One of my goals was to do like 300 practices. So I wanted to really go all in, committing to that. I used my essential oils for all wellness related things. So I wanted to be consistent with that because I do feel better when I incorporate those into my everyday life. I wanted to jump into my Bible more, not just be like a casual Christian. I really wanted to lean on my Bible and surrender to the Word. I wanted to try and get through the whole Bible in a year. Where else? My job, I'm with the military, so I wanted to leap into different roles. I wanted to read more. This year really was about just like refinding myself after having kids. I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So I've spent the better part of the last 5 years of my life just in like mama mode. So this year was just leaping into so many different aspects of my life that I never put a ton of emphasis on, at least in the last few years. Our finances, we wanted to become debt free this year. We wanted to leap into a different lifestyle of not leaning on our credit cards, not leaning on accruing more debt, not leaning on putting so much of our paycheck to paying off debt. And then our home, I wanted to just commit and leap into having a cleaner, more organized, downsized living space for all of us. Again, we're a military family. You never realize how much junk you have until you start moving all the time. Holy cow, that stuff accumulates. So coming up on a new move next year, we ended up actually moving this year to a different city, and then next year we're going to move to a different state. We moved quite a bit, and it was really this year just about downsizing what we have. And then at the top, I just put different books that had themes in it that I wanted to read to incorporate my word of the year into my life and my personal development. This was that manifesto area I was telling you about. So I have like my own little mantra of the year, my own little mission statement to myself. Then I had different areas, very specifically broken down into how I wanted to accomplish leaping into these areas. And that actually worked out really well. I referenced this a lot. So I was able to accomplish the better part of this actually with just having this. So I'm going to definitely be continuing this on into my next planner. Again, I took this right from Instagram or Pinterest, whatever. It was just the Enneagram type. Going back into dailies, again, I really liked the stencil. That's really it. This was my March inbox. It looks like I might have skipped December, January, and February. I don't know. I don't remember seeing January and February in here, but that's okay. So March inbox, again, just lists. I think I saw maybe Lindsay Scribbles do this. I don't know. She just had a product list, and it was like all those really big ticket items. To me, it's like the stuff that I go to BJ's for. So we don't go to Costco or Sam's Club. BJ's is like our thing. So we get a lot of our big things there. Garbage bags, dog food, diapers, you know, everything like that. So I wanted to keep up with how often we bought those things, but honestly, it was a pain in the butt to keep up with. I don't know why. It just didn't work out for me. Again, cleaning tracker. We ended up moving halfway through the year. These things, I just like clean as they're dirty. I don't know. I don't really look a lot into it. I wanted to be able to take the stuff that no longer served us or we kind of outgrew with our family and our lifestyle and be able to bless others with it. This is, these were just when I was trying to start new routines halfway through the year, I'm sure. I had just different morning, evening, afternoon routines set out. I had a road trip list. This was more specifically for the road trip for the following year, knowing that we'd be moving in 2022. I just wanted to start making a list of things since we'll be transferring in the summertime. These were just different activities that I can do with my girls just to bond. Things that if we're just sitting down and I feel like we've been watching TV for like 6 hours, we can go try and do different things just to pass the time. Just different ways to connect. The next few pages have to deal with my job, so I'm going to skim over those. I don't know. I feel like it's a little sensitive, so I'm going to move past that. And then on this other page is a lot of my school information. So I just recently graduated with my bachelor's, and I'm continuously working on my master's. So this is really just like all of that school information. This is another log that I had set out. I think I found all this on Instagram. I was probably listening to someone's Instagram story and put it in there. Oh, there's more stuff on there. This is a password list tracker. These are dirt cheap meals that I wanted to try. It's just like cheap, easy food. That's what I was really looking for. It's this, I just had a baby within the last year, so this was really just trying to find quick and easy meals. I was back to work, like I said, working night shift a lot. I just needed stuff that was quick, easy, cheap, that myself or my husband can throw in while I was in the middle of sleeping. Next 2 pages are just things to deal with my daughter, my oldest daughter specifically. I was looking, she was having some issues that I thought could be healed through a chiropractic visit, so I had just like pediatric chiropractic information written down, and then some medicine that she was taking for a short time written down as well, just with like the side effects and what it did help with. Next, oh, I remember this very specifically. So the week of my daughter's 5th birthday, I like messed it up. It did not look good. Like, it just turned out all bad. So I ended up like pulling the pages together and just creating a whole fresh week back here. That's all that is. No reason. It just looked really bad. These were healthy habits. Again, different types of food ideas to kind of mix into our lifestyle. What else? Again, more activities. These were more like out of the house type things that I wanted to take my kids to. TV show tracker, a few of the TV shows and when they started, what their station was. These were apartments that we were looking at when we were in the process of moving. This was, again, it's tagged my home section. It just really has more apartments, a list of things that we wanted to like sell or donate, our realtor information, our closing costs, closing dates, closing amounts, how much we sold the house for, everything like that. Let's see. This was more info just on our official move. My daughter made drew these. Do you remember these, Mia? She drew these and she probably didn't even realize, but I taped them in here because I thought they were super cute. And these pages were just like lists of different things we needed to buy for different areas of the apartment that I ended up finishing and then just kind of stuck those in. So that's really nothing fancy back there. Again, this is my April inbox. I kind of wanted to keep the momentum going with that. I did like that, and you'll see in my new 2022 Hobonichi, I kept up with this in just a little bit different way though. The next 2 pages are my kids' school information. My middle daughter was in preschool now. My oldest is now in kindergarten officially, so there's like some Girl Scouts information and school supply list, that kind of stuff. Next, this was just another form of dailies that I was trying. Again, I feel better when I just kind of write all over the place. I don't feel like I need to like write really tiny and fit into these tiny little boxes. They just stress me out. So I just was writing however and wherever I wanted to write, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just like to be able to do what I want and not feel constricted. I feel like that's the running theme here. So going forward, May inbox, I put a little list of goals, a little date, or a little daily. Oh, this year I started having a lot of issues with my hands. I do sit at a computer a lot and I do type a lot. So I think I was getting some sort of like residual arthritis or tinnitus or something in my wrist and my fingers. So this was pretty much just something I had put together so that I can do some more hand and like wrist stretches to combat that. Different supplements I can try that was natural. If you know me, you know I hate medicine. So this was just something, a natural way to remedy the hand pain I was feeling. This was a rough daily routine idea, things I wanted to accomplish throughout the day. Packing list, I don't know where we were going, but apparently we needed that. Inbox for June. Oh, I like this a lot. This was just going back to those dailies again, just without the line. This is the next page. I really like this was camping ideas. We are local to New York, so these were just tons of New York area camping places. New York camping grounds that we could visit. My kids found me, so I have to start going fast. This was a bucket list of things we wanted to do this summer. goal check-in that I never went back to finish. Proper goal setting. This was how I was kind of going to go in and go over my goals to see how I was doing on them, just like a little check-in. More dailies. Oh, these were different tattoo ideas that I wanted to potentially get done. July inbox. These next couple pages, again, are work-related. August inbox. This was when I started the B6. So I started like a B6 Traveler's Notebook system in August. I do remember that specifically. So I never really went back and accomplished this inbox or added to it. But that's okay. This was something my daughter drew. I was going to write some birthday ideas for her here, but her birthday's in March, so I'll put these into my new Hobonichi. These were, again, dates. I was going to, like, little day dates I could take on with each of my oldest daughters. Again, I'm putting that in my new Hobonichi. Started some dailies again over here. I have some more job-related things. Oh, my daughters, I dedicated my daughters to the Lord on August 28th. So we went to our church and had our dedication ceremony. So this was just some like homework, some scripture we were reading for that and praying over. This was just some more like extracurricular stuff for my daughter. This was another daily. Oh, my husband bought me a hotel for a night. So I like went one day, like a Tuesday, slept until Wednesday. I had big plans for this trip, guys. This was my self-care trip. I brought out the works. I brought my workout clothes. I brought all my books. I brought my planners. I brought my reading journal. I brought my regular journal. I brought so much stuff. Do you guys want to know what I did for almost that entire trip? I sat in the bed, the big fluffy hotel king-size bed, and I played on my phone and I slept. I didn't do anything. So any of this stuff, I didn't eat out any of those places. I didn't do any of these things. Look at this packing list. I packed my Nintendo. I was gonna vlog. I was gonna read my Kindle. I was gonna, whatever. I didn't do anything. What else? More dailies. I have some Christmas ideas that I was going for, but we were actually all done Christmas shopping. So surprisingly, that never happens for us, but we were on top of it this year. There was one thing that one week that I just kind of threw down a quick separation because it was a really busy week in the fact that it was like a lot of boom, 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 boom things in a day. And it's kind of hard to capture that sometimes with this type of layout, especially when you go and just like plan out the day in advance. So like I'll put things just like if I know something's coming up way down the line, I'll put it in, and then it kind of makes it hard to leave room for different types of spreads. So when I can plan it out like this, it just fits my brain better. So for whatever reason, that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I really felt like I needed that, and it helped a lot. So I do like that. Maybe in the future I'll do that across like a 2-page spread. The next 2 pages are just car information. What else? More dailies. This was a Thanksgiving list. More dailies. Things I needed to buy for my uniforms. This was just a weight loss checklist, I guess. Let's see. Dailies. Notes for my 2022 Hobonichi. I saw Sam Plans do this on Instagram, so I really liked this amount of space for dailies as opposed to the dailies that I was running with, and I liked this a lot better than those initial dailies where I was like adding in that weird little line and just kind of doing a little chunks. I don't know, it just felt very crammed, but I like this for some reason. So again, this is kind of like splitting it up in that weekly version, and that's it. I think I have like a pen test page. Yeah, I have a pen test page. Oh, this is fun. So I saw this as an opportunity way too late into the year. So it's like a list of 100 things. I was like, oh, I'll just put 100 cool things or 100 words that remind me of things throughout the year. I had a hard time flipping back and doing that. 1, 2, I thought about it. And it's too small to be able to do like little gratitude unless I write really, really small or just put like one big word as to something I'm grateful for. So whatever, this kind of was a flop, but I like it still. And then I took the back pages that typically look like this. I took some of them, and this was like our last summer together before my oldest went to kindergarten, so this was like our big summer. So I just scrapbooked it, and I really, really enjoyed it. This is like one of my favorite parts of this planner, because I really just enjoy these couple pages. They mean a lot to me. And then in the back, it's just a ton of sticky notes, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Alrighty, if you've finished this video, then go ahead and watch my other video where I'm going to quickly, hopefully faster than this one, walk you through all of the weeks now that I finished the notes. Thank you!